guess this is what doing well in school gets you. Making a speech in front of thousands of people. I guess I'll begin now. There's a place, a dark and lonely place, where once one enters, one can never leave. There's a place which every person tries to avoid, but where, somehow, many a man ends up. Is a place stained by the pain of regret and the stench of a dying soul, who's surrounded by nothing except his long-dead dreams, his faced with the awful fact of having accomplished nothing as a mortal cloud strikes a new night. For man who has no tomorrow, accomplishments of the past are his only comfort. With certain, those who do not give their blood, sweat, and tears to every opportunity that greets them will taste that bitter regret which festers in the recesses of one's mind, gnawing and tearing at quickly retreating feelings of happiness and content. At the end of their lives, standing on the precipice overlooking the valley of death, they will look back on the landscape of their life and see nothing but a bleak desert. And then they will fall into that dark abyss, leaving no legacy, no works of merit or charity, and be lost from memory forever. Work is oftentimes difficult, boring, and unfulfilling. Faced with the options of studying for a test at home or cruising down 8th Street in an off-white Lexus with a posse of carefree, happy-go-lucky teenagers, any relatively sane high school student will pick the latter. It is human nature to want to run free, doing as one so pleases. But this is where legends are made. Those who break the mold and give every drop of effort they can give to their work, no matter how inane or dull it is, are the individuals who are made immortal. Statues on every corner and every mind, names carved in stone and in memory. These individuals are no different from the average Joe in terms of talent. They simply care more and try harder. Every single person, black or white, rich or poor, boy or girl, is graced with God-given potential to achieve greatness. The key to achieving that potential is simply effort and willpower. Work is what we make of it. If we think studying for math tests on a warm sunny afternoon is pointless and boring, then it will be. However, if we make the fate of the world rest on that particular test, then all of a sudden, studying has a new thrill. Compare that math test to a football game. You're a running back in the huddle, playing the most important game of your life. Your team's down a touchdown. It's fourth quarter, less than 2 minutes to go, no timeouts remaining, and for some inexplicable reason your coach calls a running play. All of a sudden, the hopes and dreams of the entire team, entire fan base, rest on your shoulders. Grown men across the nation are curled up in fetal position, sick to their stomachs, unable to watch the TV screen. You line up behind the quarterback, heart pounding, thinking over and over, don't fumble, whatever you do, don't fumble. The ball snapped, you receive the handoff, the stadium is already cursing the coach and the staff. You see the gap between your left tackle and your left guard, squeeze through it like it's churning. All of a sudden, you have one man to beat. For a split second, it's just you and the safety. The entire world's frozen, everyone is silent, the fate of humanity hangs in the balance. Then, a quick juke, he freezes, makes a desperate, weak arm tackle, and all of a sudden it's you and out of the field. At the end of the run, eternal glory awaits. Fireworks, parades, golden statues, babies named in your honor, women fawning over you, the world at your feet. Now you're in the classroom, facing problem 1 on a high school pre-calculus test, and you smile. Your face looks pretty good sculpted in gold. In the end, there's not much difference between, say, Adrian Peterson and Ian Berger, except the nature of the work performed. Both are achieving greatness through hard work and perseverance. Both care about the work they do and take pride in it. Both are carving out a legacy, inspiring thousands and illustrating the true potential of human spirit. Whenever work has you down, think of staying crammed with 70,000 fans chanting your name, hanging on the edge of their seats, for you to take your next move, praising your triumphs, lamenting your failures. Take pride in your work. An AI test or a perfectly stocked shelf are worth nothing less than a spectacular run, breathtaking catch, or bone-jarring tackle. Be a legendary athlete in your particular field. Be a LeBron James of biology, or Cristiano Ronaldo of English, or Sidney Crosby of cashiering. Give every task, no matter how menial and insignificant, your all. There's no shame in that. By putting your heart into everything you do, you're ensuring that at the end of your life you look back not on desperate missed chances or waste opportunities, but rather on fruited plains of problem solved, lives touched, and progress made. Even if you do not succeed in the end, even if you fall short, you'll still have the satisfaction of having given everything to the fight. You'll savor the feeling of being completely, utterly exhausted, because, in the end, there's no better indicator of determination and heart than exhaustion. In reality, the importance is not in crossing the finish line, but rather struggling to reach that finish line. Take, for example, this graduation ceremony tonight. This ceremony marks the culmination of your high school career and provides a wonderful opportunity to recognize your achievements. But really, with the diploma, the speeches, the caps and gowns mean anything without the experience of battle through high school. All these things would be empty if they did not signify the pain, the joy, the laughter, and the tears which mark the 4 years of memories of the trials and triumphs experienced at Franklin High School. NFL players don't devote their careers to winning the Barty Trophy itself. They compete in order to prove themselves and others that they had the strength, endurance, willpower, and heart to win that shiny silver trophy. So take pride in winning your diploma, not because of what it is, a piece of paper, but because of what it represents, your ability to endure to the end. A wise man once said, going in one more round when you don't think you can, that's what makes all the difference in your life. Faced with foreboding obstacles or near certain defeat, most people resign themselves to throwing up the white flag. Reason would lead us to believe that putting effort into a seemingly doomed cause is foolish and wasteful. However, such reasoning only takes into account the end result, not the benefits of the struggle to reach the end result. Experience and knowledge of having tried and failed multiple times is far more valuable than having never tried at all. For those who never try for fear of losing, they will endure an existence of endless torment and regret. Life passes by those who wait for a particular moment in which they are certain they will achieve success. These individuals are but an empty shell of human existence, devoid of experiences which make life worth living. Have not fear of failure, for in the end, those who try their best at every possible task will always win. They may not end up with a shiny trophy or millions of dollars, but I promise you that they will obtain something far more valuable, feelings of self-worth and contentment. Losers taste the bitterness of defeat, not because they lost, but because they did not give everything they could give. If at the end of one's life, one can look back and honestly say they tried their hardest and took advantage of every opportunity which greeted them, they will be richer than kings. Therefore, we have nothing to fear but fear itself, for fear freezes the soul and squanders life. Don't be a person who looks back with regret. Life is not video. No matter how much we wish, we cannot get rewind. Therefore, I plead with you to remember the phrase, carpe diem, seize the day. Make the most of every opportunity. Do not procrastinate away present, for you never know what moment may be your last. Fear nothing but inactivity, for it has been the ruin of many a man. Be ashamed of nothing except a half-hearted effort, for every task, no matter how big or small, reveals who you are as a person. Surrender at nothing, no matter how bleak the future looks, for there is always a ray of hope, and no matter how small that ray of hope is worth fighting for. Briefly, I'd like to thank everyone who has made these past 4 years some of the most, shall I say, interesting in my life. To all my fellow IB students for your willingness to be in the same classroom as me, I thank you. I love you guys more than you'll ever know. To Ken Curtis for his football philosophy. You are a source of inspiration for children everywhere, including me in my speech. To my fellow marching band members and track and cross-country teammates for making me look so bad. I tried harder because of you guys. To Ian Berger for being better than me at everything. Ian, you're perhaps the greatest dude ever lived, except maybe for Jesus. To Coach Allen for not killing me this school year, especially after the stealing of the projector remote incident. You were the inspiration for my Rocky quote. To the rest of my teachers for teaching me everything I know. You guys have restored my faith in the public school system. To my parents for not abandoning me on the random doorstep as a baby. If it wasn't for you, I'd probably be selling crack on a street corner right now instead of giving a speech. To my grandparents and the random people who came with them all the way from Wisconsin for their money and support. And lastly, to Kevin Bond for being so huge. Kevin, you inspired me to start working out. Honestly, I can say that I'm one of the luckiest guys alive. Living in the greatest city on earth and surrounded by the greatest people on earth, I would not trade places with anyone except maybe Kevin Bond. Thank you all, and may the best of your days be the worst of your tomorrows.